Well, it's time to answer your fitness questions, and with us this morning is our 2 News fitness expert, Wes Cole. Good morning, Wes.
Morning.
It's our favorite part of the Saturday show. We're learning a little bit about how to be healthier.
All right.
Well, our first viewer question is from Alan. He says, why is it every time I run, my legs cramp up?
Well, a lot of people are real quick to think, oh, I'm not getting enough potassium. It's been my experience that oftentimes people where their legs really cramp up when they run, they've been walkers, and then they progress to running. Like there's a running thing coming up. It's important to remember that running uses a lot more muscle than walking. Even going at the same, there's a reason why running around the block is harder than walking around the block. I highly recommend people that are progressing from walking to jogging to start a walk-run program to where they maybe run, maybe 50 yards or so, and then they break back down to walking. You got to build up the capillaries in the calf muscles and basically build the endurance in the leg muscles. It's very different. Even if you walk for 4 or 5 miles on the treadmill, progressing to running, or even progressing from jogging slowly to running, it's a big difference. It's a big jump. I highly recommend starting slow, and just remember that oftentimes cramping, it's your body saying that you're doing too much.
Sure.
So start slow and kind of build up to it. And remember, there's a big difference between walking and running. They're both good, but running just uses a lot more muscle.
So eating a bunch of bananas is not going to help here.
No, it's not going to help you much.
All right, our next viewer question is from Holly. She says, I have 50 pounds to lose. Where is the best place to start?
My opinion, other than really focusing on the diet, is focusing on basic cardio. There's not much a trainer or anyone can do if you can't move or walk for 30-40 minutes straight at a very low, moderate pace. I mean, that's the foundation of fitness, and I highly recommend people, really starting on that foundation, really making sure, and that tells me a lot about a trainer too. If someone can't go, walk slowly for 15 or 20 minutes without getting real tired, that's letting me know that there might be something even more serious, wrong with them. So building up to where you can go just 30 minutes, a slow walk, I mean, that's a good foundation to start, and really focus on your diet, and then move on. I wouldn't want someone to start lifting weights real heavy, or more than anything, start a high-intensity program. You see a lot of the high-intensity things, and those are great, but it's definitely not something you want to start with. If you can't walk steady around the block for 25-30 minutes, you need to build up that foundation first.
So just get out there and move a little bit.
There you go. Move, and like I said, be safe, and baby steps. I always tell people baby
steps. Our next viewer question is from Kellen. He says his elbows always hurt when he does push-ups. What's an alternative?
Okay, well, there's a couple. This one right here, you can tuck your elbows in a little bit more. A lot of people flare their elbows out.
Okay.
But just tucking in a little bit more, and that can help. Just like so. It puts a little bit more pressure on the shoulders and on the triceps, but it should take a little bit of pressure off your elbows.
That's
just
interesting,
like that.
because I didn't realize it's just kind of keeping them tucked back.
Just a slight position in how you position them on the floor. Thank you, Kyle. Another thing too is
if you're make you keep going.
if you have access to a vertical press machine, just sitting upright on the machines, that takes a little bit of pressure off too, because you're not putting as much weight on. And another thing too, I always tell people, warm up your upper body. So many people I see them before a run or before you think their back is stiff. They do a lot of warm up for their back, and they stretch out their hamstrings. But a lot of people they forget their upper body too. Your muscles and tendons in the upper body. Get some light dumbbells. Do some arm turns. Get your upper body warm too before you hop right into it.
All right, do we have quick time for one last question? Sadie says she's absolutely hates working out. Can she feel the same benefit from just moving around and doing things she enjoys, like gardening or walking?
Well, sure. I think the real quick way to do this is you're going to have to be a little bit more strict on your diet. The less intense you work out, the more strict you're going to have to be in the kitchen. But without a doubt, I've known many people that were real serious about walking and being real active. My father, he's in Collinsville. He's always real active, and that's the first person that comes to mind. But you got to be a little bit more strict with your diet, and you'll be good.
All right, thanks so much, Wes. If you have a question you'd like Wes to answer, you can go to our Facebook page, KJRH TV, and post it on our wall. You can also visit Wes at his gym or call 749-0960.